Hello all, Tod Yates here with our English 800 Writing Foundations Literature Review presentation. The topic I've chosen for my research is how to apply blockchain technology, which is the foundation of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, to the healthcare industry to prevent fraud, waste, and abuse. Now, this is an issue that I am personally passionate about, and it's exciting to be able to work on a solution that may someday revolutionize and improve healthcare for millions of people worldwide. Now, there's a few foundations that need to be understood. Number one, how does fraud occur? Number two, how does the payment system work? After all, it's the money that the fraudsters are going after, so one needs to understand how the money moves. Number three, how does blockchain technology work, and what is the role of encryption? And number four, how can blockchain be applied to prevent fraud in healthcare? So my research questions fall along the lines of the foundations we just mentioned. First, how are the fraudsters committing their crimes? What do we already know about the methods used to cheat the system? What can we learn about cheating from those who've already been caught? Second, what weaknesses are inherent in the payment systems that allow swindlers to escape with ill-gotten gains? How can the truth of blockchain be applied to stop these cheaters? Third, how does blockchain actually work in practice? What are the options and differences in implementations? How does blockchain enforce truth and still keep PHI from prying eyes, protected health information? How are others piloting and testing blockchain in other industries, and what can we learn from them? Lastly, how can we take those lessons learned from others and apply to a solution in healthcare? Now, you've heard me talk up till now about healthcare in general, but one of the things I've learned from the research and literature review is that all of healthcare is a bit too much to try to tackle all at once. So you'll see that I've narrowed the scope to some low-hanging fruit by focusing only on the pharmaceutical supply chain. So that was how my research question evolved. Some of the tools I used from the Franklin database resources were EBSCOhost, which was excellent, and the Education Full Text and Computers and Applied Sciences complete databases, which I was referred to by the librarians, which turned out to be very, very good sources. Also helpful was the use of Google Scholar and a Google search trick for narrowing results down to a more useful top-level domain, that being the .org domain, where results are similar to Google Scholar, but with a bit wider scope and more reliable sourcing than .com. Search terms I used for each source were blockchain and fraud and healthcare, 2 words, or healthcare, and where appropriate, published in or after 2017. Searches on encryption were a special case that only required individual searches using just plain old Google, since the topic is ubiquitous on the internet. My findings were encouraging for being a relative newbie to this particular technology because it shows the potential that is still out there for someone to grab. While there are many instances of pilots and test programs, and more every day, there are not so many that there isn't still plenty of opportunity. One topic that seems to be leading the pack is interest in electronic health record implementations using blockchain, due to the transparency of the blockchain, but also the privacy provided by encryption. So in conclusion, I firmly believe that the truth enforced by the immutability of the blockchain is useful in healthcare and the pharmaceutical supply chain in particular. Privacy concerns can be addressed by TLS encryption, which is widely accepted as HIPAA compliant, and the number of other industries who are investigating and piloting blockchain solutions to myriad problems is a goldmine for ideas that can be applied in healthcare. And finally, I believe that there is a blockchain solution that can be applied initially to the pharmaceutical supply chain and then expanded to cover more of healthcare to save billions of dollars that can be redirected to truly useful applications worldwide. Thanks so much for listening.